welcome to the channel. Today I have another used book haul for you guys, so stay tuned. Alright everyone, so I did go a couple places for these. I had a community yard sale in my neighborhood and I found a couple of these there. A couple of these came from a thrift store and then the other ones came from Mercari. So I'll explain that as I go. I'll go to the short stack first. So the first thing in this first stack, sorry, I'll try to get it in frame really well, is Michael Crichton's State of Fear. This came from my community yard sale, and I've never read anything by Michael Crichton, but I was reading the thing for the book in here, the description. Sorry guys. It's really early in the morning while I'm filming. I'm not quite awake yet. And I thought it sounded good. So I went ahead and got this. The lady at the yard sale only wanted 50 cents for it. And I know he's supposed to be a good author, so I went ahead and picked that up. Next up, I have Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. I've never read anything by Lisa Jewell, but I've heard also that she is a good author. And I got this from the thrift store. I do not see how much I paid for that. I think it was probably $1 or $2. The binding is a little worn, but it's not too terrible. So if you guys are interested in looking these books up, I'm not going to really explain what they're about. So you guys could look them up on Goodreads if you're interested. But anyways, let's keep going. So next up, I have The Postmistress by Sarah Blake. And I'm sorry this is so big, it's hard to fit in the frames. There's what this one looks like. And I was reading what this was while I was standing at my community yard sale. And part of the reason I got this was because my fiance is a mailman. But it's also kind of like a historical romance, it seems. And sometimes I'm into those and sometimes I'm not. It just depends. But this did sound good. And I decided to go ahead and pick this up. She only wanted $1 for it. So then the final one in that stack is The Girl Who Lived Twice. And this one is by a different author than the original one to this series, because this goes along with the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo series, which I do have the first 3 books. I'm looking on my shelf. I'm not quite sure exactly where they are on the shelf. But anyhow, I'm not quite sure. My friend told me that the original author, yeah, there we go. And now I can see it on here. That Stieg Larsson had actually passed away. So this is the new author that continued the series. But you can see I got that for $1.99 at the Goodwill. So there is that, which $2 for a hardback, and it's in good shape. You can't beat that. And it says this book, the sticker up here says $27.95. So it would have been like $20 or so in the store, because usually they give you a discount. But let's go to this stack, guys. Now this stack will be from 2 different sellers on Mercari. So a couple of these I actually think are duplicates, but that's okay, because I'll either find homes for them, donate them to a library, something. So that'll be okay. So I do actually have some of the Mary-Kate and Ashley books of my own, and that's what some of these are. I was watching a video by How to Train Your Gavin. If I remember, I'll put his page in the link below, but he's a really popular booktuber. So if I forget, his name is How to Train Your Gavin. You can definitely search him. But he decided to read some of the Mary-Kate and Ashley books in one of his vlogs. And I was like, I have those. I loved those, but I never had all of them growing up. Actually, here, I'll pick up my tripod. It might get shaky for a second, guys. But you can see these are my original Mary-Kate and Ashley books, which check out my bookshelf tour if you want to see those better. But guys, I do have some of these from growing up, and I wanted to finish getting them because his video encouraged me like to reminisce like good times. I spent the summers at my nanny's house in the basement, and I would read those books down there, and that's how I still have them. My dad gave them to me when they were going through my nanny's stuff in the basement, and they're like, well, hey, do you want your books? I was like, sure. And I didn't figure I would ever read them again, but after watching his vlog, I got the itch to read them again, and also to read ones that I didn't have growing up. So I'm sorry, this is like a long story to show you guys my book haul. Hopefully you guys don't mind, but inside of here are the little cards that came with both sets of books from both the sellers. I just kind of put them together. I don't know if I have any of these still in my original books or not. I did get most of my original books used as well. I am like a thrifty booker. I do buy some brand new if I'm really wanting one and like can't wait to read it. But I do usually find stuff used and get good deals. I'm a thrift shopper, so. But here's like a little bonus. If you guys want to pause and read these, you can. But these used to come inside the books. I think you would get like 2 in a book, something like that. So they're Dog Clue, and then a lot of them. Hopefully I'm getting these into frame really good, guys. My tripod is only a couple inches tall, so I'm kind of just winging it here. Sorry about that. Okay, and here's the last one of these. So there's those if you're interested in pausing and reading the backs of them, but I did just stick them all in this top book. So this one is The Case of the Golden Slipper, which this is part of the New Adventure series. They have multiple sets of books, and to be honest with you guys, even though my books are over there where I just showed you, I'm not sure which ones of these I already have and which ones I don't. But next in this stack is The Case of the Dog Camp Mystery. Then we have The New Adventures of Mary-Kate and Ashley, Jingle Bell Jinx. This is actually one of the ones that Gavin reads in his vlog. I didn't have that one growing up, I know that for sure. The original set was called just The Adventures of Mary-Kate and Ashley, I think. Something like that. I can't really remember. I can't see it from where I'm sitting. Sorry, guys. But I did have like all of the original series except for one, but I don't have that many of these, which is why I went ahead and picked these up. So this one is the Logical Eye Ranch. Then we have The Case of the Great Elephant Escape. After that one, we have The Case of the Game Show Mystery. All right, so next in this stack, these were bundled together, which if you've seen Full House, you'll understand why, because Mary-Kate and Ashley were in there as Michelle. And I don't know if I had any of these growing up or not. I don't think I did. But I also decided to buy these because these were bundled in there and I really wanted to read these. I love Full House. It was one of my favorite TV shows growing up. So I am excited to actually read these. I don't know if they actually go along with TV show episodes or if they're like separate stories. But this one is Full House Stephanie, My Secret Admirer. And then the next one is Full House Club Stephanie, and it's Flamingo Revenge. So it does say that it's based off the TV series, but it doesn't say if it's like part of the show or not. And this one says it's book 3. Sorry, I was out of frame, guys. So I don't know how many of these there even were. But next up, we have Full House, and it's another Stephanie book. And this one is Never Trust a Flamingo. And this one doesn't say which number it would be. But since this one's called Flamingo's Revenge, I guess this would be part of whatever's going on in that book. Just guessing, because like I said, I haven't read any of these. So the next one in the stack is actually about Michelle. So it's Full House Michelle, The Great Pet Project. Next after that one is another one that's Full House Michelle, and it's My Two Best Friends. And then we're going to get back into some more Mary-Kate and Ashley books. So these were probably from the one seller over here, and this was probably from the next one since they're mixed up like that, I'm guessing. But I could be wrong. The New Adventures of Mary-Kate and Ashley again, and this one is The Case of the Screaming Scarecrow. I know this one came from a third seller, actually. I forgot I had another seller. This was only $1. I paid around $20 for each bundle of the other two. I can't remember exactly what it was, but they had free shipping. But this one was $1, and it was like a couple dollars for shipping. So this one's based off their movie, The Challenge, which I did have this on VHS tape growing up, but I don't have it any longer. This was one of the last movies that they were making. It wasn't the exact last. I'm fairly certain the last one was in a New York Minute. But The Challenge was up there in their movies, and I didn't have the book to that movie, so I went ahead and got that since it was only $1. But next up we have Full House is Stephanie again, and this one is Getting Even with the Flamingos. So again, this one doesn't say what number it is. I'm sure I can look that up if I want to when I go to read these. But that's part of the Stephanie series. And then we have another Stephanie one, Full House Stephanie. And this one is 2-for-1 Christmas fun. So this would be a fun little holiday read if I decide to be festive. All right. Then next we have another Full House Stephanie, and it's The Dude of My Dreams. So I'm not sure if that one's like standalone to the set or if there's other books to go with that one. A lot of them say stuff about flamingo, so. All right, so next in the stack we have Full House is Stephanie again, and this is Picture Me Famous. All right, so this one actually is a repeat because this was in the other bundle as well. So this is Full House's Michelle's My Two Best Friends. I'll look at them and end up keeping the one that's in better condition. And again, I'll figure out, I'll either donate it to a library, a thrift store. If my friends want it, they can have it. I'll figure it out. Full House is Michelle again, and this one is the Super Duper Sleepover Party. So there's that one. And then we have another Stephanie, Full House Stephanie, P.S. Friends Forever. All right. Then we have a Full House Stephanie again, and this one is Back to School Cool. So I did get a good deal. I didn't really have too many repeats. So far, I think there was only one. And I think one of the Mary-Kate and Ashley books I do actually have on the shelf. So I think I ended up with only 2 duplicates. So this one is Back to Michelle. So Full House is Michelle, Lucky Lucky Day. Sorry I can't get this all in frame. I would have to, well, you can kind of see it now. I have to stretch really far, guys. All right, so the next one is again a Full House Michelle book, but this one is Major League Trouble. All right. And I can't remember if this one was further down in the stack or not. It might have been, but Full House is Michelle's The Great Pet Project. I do believe that that was. But again, I'll figure that out. No big deal. So then this one is Full House Sisters. So this has both of them, and this one says let's put on a show. For those of you who are curious, like I was, I did look it up, and they do have some of the books for DJ. There was only like 1 or 2 of those. I'm not sure why, but this person who was selling this stuff didn't have those, but that's okay. So this is the last one in my book haul. This one is Full House's Michelle, and it's I've Got a Secret. All right, guys, give me just a second, and I'll get all these back into frame. All right, guys, so that's all I have for you in this video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you can, please leave this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. And if you could, you can go ahead and ring that notification bell, and it'll let you know when I post new videos. let me know in the comment section below. Have you guys read any of these? Have you not? If you read these growing up, do they make you feel nostalgic like they do for me? And, let me know if any of these are good. I haven't read any of them. I'm not even sure which number this is to the series, but let me turn you guys for a second. The books I couldn't find were right there. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, The Girl Who Played with Fire, and The Girl Who Kicked the Hornet's Nest, which I actually have not read those yet. They are on my TBR. My TBR is fairly large. If you're interested in more book videos, I do have a playlist for my book videos, so go ahead and check that out. And I have other playlists on there of opening mystery DVDs from Disney Movie Insiders, trading cards, hauls, all sorts of stuff. So again, please guys do stick around. I'd really appreciate it. And again, if I remember, I'll link Gavin's channel. And if I don't, it's How to Train Your Gavin. He's really popular. I have like 38 subscribers right now, I think it is. So when you search me, you can't really find me, but you can find Gavin, trust me. So if I forget to do that, How to Train Your Gavin, go ahead and look him up. And he has the vlog of him reading some of the Mary-Kate and Ashley books. And he's got all kinds of other book material. He's a booktuber, like I said. So if you're interested, go ahead and check him out as well. And again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.